What is chiropractic? You guys are watching all these videos on people getting cracked and getting their neck snapped. And you're going, that must be what chiropractic is. Well, that's not true chiropractic. Chiropractic is based on this premise. The premise is that the human body is self-healing and self-regulating. What that means is if you need an enzyme, you produce it. You need a hormone, you produce that. You have too much of something, you down-regulate that. Your liver talks to your brain, and then the brain tells your liver to produce cholesterol or triglycerides or whatever else it's doing. Hormone levels, your adrenal glands, your kidneys, your stomach, everything. When you smell something, it tells your brain, hey, I just smell a hamburger. The brain says, okay, we better produce some enzymes that can digest hamburger. And if you assay the content of your stomach at that point and what your pancreas is doing, it's preparing you to receive a hamburger, not pasta, not pizza. The body is incredible. It is self-regulating, and to a degree it is self-healing. That's why if I cut my hand, it'll heal. If I break a bone, that'll heal too. Now you're gonna have to immobilize it. You may need stitches, but the stitches don't make the skin grow back together. Your body does. The body is an amazing thing. It's run by a supercomputer called the brain. The brain is housed in the skull. The skull protects the brain. The way the brain communicates with the rest of the body is through these wires. They're called nerves. They're communication wires. A lot of them are two-way streets. They bring information to the brain, and then they send information out from the brain to all your cells, every tissue, every organ in your body, blood vessels, your muscles, your joints. They're all communicating with the brain all at the same time. Your brain is monitoring all of that. That's why you don't forget to breathe when you're sleeping, and your heart doesn't stop beating when you go to bed. It continues to do those things because your brain doesn't truly sleep. It's doing all this work at the same time. How powerful is that? So the human body is self-healing, self-regulating. That's the premise of chiropractic. The second premise is that the nervous system controls all the functions of the body. So when you see a beautiful sunset or a fantastic sunrise or you hug and kiss a baby, those senses, that's your nervous system sending information to the brain, and you interpret that and send information back out. You release certain hormones, chemicals, and enzymes to make you feel better. If you remove the brain, the body does not work. So the brain and the nerves that connect the brain to the body are the master system that controls everything that happens in your body. Now, principle 3 is that if there's disturbance or interference in that system of nerves, your body can't do what it was designed and programmed to do. So you can't enjoy life, and you can't process information properly. You certainly can't communicate with your body properly. Have you ever had your foot fall asleep? It's because there's nerve interference between that foot and the brain. And when you remove that interference, you restore function to that foot. Well, the same thing can happen. Carpal tunnel, press on the nerve, on the median nerve in your wrist, and your fingers will go numb and you get weak grip strength. Well, that's because the nerve is being pressed. But what if it's the nerve to the heart? What if it's the nerve to the lungs? What if it's the nerve to the stomach? Those also get affected when there's interference. So if there's interference in the nervous system, your body can't function properly. That's number 4. As long as there's no interference, you should have great health. But if there is interference, those organs, glands, blood vessels that are affected by the nerves that are interfered with cannot function properly. So what does a chiropractor do? We find that interference. Our job is to use technology, scanning technology, computerized technology like surface electromyography and thermography and heart rate variability, to check and find out if there's interference in the nervous system and how bad it is and where it is. With x-ray, we determine where the misalignments are in the spine and correlate them to the scans to see if those are the nerves that are interfered with. Then we systematically work towards removing that interference and restoring that communication between the brain and the body. And there's many ways to do it. The cracking and the cranking that you see on YouTube and all these videos, that's one method. There are many different methods of restoring that communication. And I know those are entertaining, and I'm not telling you not to watch them. But don't be fooled by the fact that, oh, you just go to a chiropractor and get cracked. That's not true. You go to a chiropractor and get analyzed, and you get assessed, and you get evaluated. And if you have nerve interference, then we work towards removing that nerve interference. So how do we know the nerve interference is gone? Well, we got to repeat all the tests. So if we do a course of treatment, then we should rescan and see if the nerve interference is gone. We should also re-x-ray and see if the spinal alignment has been restored to where it should be. That's how we prevent things like arthritis and degenerative disc disease and degenerative joint disease in the spine, which lead to things like neurodystrophy, which affects function of the nerves, which affect your immune system and your digestion. All of those are important. So true chiropractic is restoring law and order to the system of nerves that control everything that happens in your body. If this video helped you, share it with everybody who watches those crack videos. Keep watching those videos, but give them this one too so they know why the spine is being adjusted. Like the video, subscribe, comment, let me know what you think. Hopefully this was helpful to you. Catch us next time.